So my objective today is twofold. One, I'm going to do an overnighter based on just what I would have in my hiking day pack. So this is packed just as if I was just going for a short little hike, you know, maybe a couple hour hike. So objective one is to make it through the night with just what's in the pack. And when I get down there, we'll take an inventory and I'll show you guys what's there. Objective number two is my only cutting tool for the trip is going to be my axe. So the scenario is that I don't have a knife, my only cutting tool is the axe, and we're going to see how I fare just out of my day pack. So I'm going to get my camera out of the rain and I'm going to start working my way down this canyon here. Alright, the good news is I've been following this canyon down and there is starting to be a little bit of a trickle of water in this creek, so I will have water for the night. There's a thistle. If they had bulbs on them, those would be edible, but they've already gone to seed. Oh, and look at this. This is what I love about the forest country, all the resources. There's a mullein stalk, so another possible edible for me. And I've come to an area where two draws come together and there's a little spring in here feeding this meadow, and right where the two little draws come together, it's opened up in here a little bit. So I'm thinking I'll be able to find a nice spot in here to make a shelter. I'll find something that looks like a good shelter and then I'll bust open the pack and show you guys what I have with me. This draw is starting to narrow up again, but the good news is there's getting to be more and more water down in the bottom of that creek, so I'm going to keep working my way down here and I'm just continuing to look for a possibility for a good shelter. I've come across a couple of deer skeletons in here, and I'm guessing they're cougar kills. Just give me one more thing to think about tonight. It stopped raining for the moment and the clouds are kind of dissipating a little bit. The sun's peeking through, but there's pretty black clouds all around, so I'm anticipating intermittent rain throughout the night. So I need to at least have something that I can stay dry under. So I have my axe, of course, and I go inside the pack, which is a little wet. I've got a storm shell, got two granola bars, a BDU top, bottle of water, of course, one cold weather turkey tetrazini MRE, an emergency blanket, a heavier, bigger one, and then one of these little cheap throwaway ones. So that's good. That'll be the basis for my shelter. And then here's this is just a little survival kit that I put in all of my packs basically. It's a first aid kit, a real basic first aid kit, but that has some Advil and tape and band-aids. Then about 25 feet of paracord and a lighter. And of course a tin cup. So I've got a vessel to boil some water in. And that's about it. Here's a flashlight. See if it works. Yep, it works. And then I'll have a little fire making kit. It has tinder and stuff. Looks like 2 packets of Starbucks Via, because I never go anywhere without Starbucks Via. A headlamp. And some hand sanitizer and a flashlight. So that's it. So that's what I have to work with to get through the night. It's actually quite a bit of stuff. But I tend to carry quite a bit of stuff just so I'm pretty prepared all the time. I think this is actually enough to, I bet I'll actually be fairly comfortable tonight. So quick inventory again. There's my fire starting kit, my first aid kit, 25 feet of paracord, my cup, emergency blanket, cold weather MRE, and a couple of outer layers. Alright, I'm going to drop this stuff back in the pack just in case it starts raining again, so that'll keep it kind of dry. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is a really compact little kit that to me contains a lot of really critical stuff in, you know, 3.5 inches by 4 inches. So I just stuff my first aid kit, my paracord, and a lighter inside a tin cup, and then one of these is in every hunting pack, every day pack, everything I carry. So all those little pieces of kit are all together. This time I actually brought a little less water than I normally do. And then of course the outer layers would vary based on the season. Right now all the stuff I have is cotton and pretty light, but so I'm gonna set this aside and whip me up a little shelter and place to sleep.